All right, everybody, how are we doing today? As you can see, I have a clip of Khamzat playing in the background. You know why? Because it's almost hunting season for Khamzat. I think we're about to find out his next opponent very soon. And whenever we're about to find his next opponent, it means I drop videos on Khamzat Chimaev and hopefully get a lot of views. So, going to discuss this video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing Khamzat. There's been some stuff about Belal Muhammad and Nate. I'm going to give some thoughts about this and who his next fight may or may not be and some early predictions for some of this stuff. Let me just say this, okay? You know, the rumors around... Here's my reaction, okay, to the rumors surrounding his next fights. Khamzat versus Nate Diaz. Meh. Khamzat versus Belal Muhammad. Not bad. Not too bad. Here's the thing. If you're someone who enjoys seeing people get smashed, like, you know, you just enjoy watching people get smashed. Maybe you like watching World Star Hip Hop fight comps and just seeing people getting pile drived and their head smashing on concrete and getting jumped and stuff like that. Then maybe you're the type who might enjoy Khamzat versus Nate Diaz. Because Khamzat versus Nate Diaz is literally, this man right here is going to go to the center of the cage, punch Nate a couple times, clinch him like this, pick him up, smash him on the ground, and then just beat him up until he either finishes him or there's a doctor stoppage because Nate's face is so bloody from all the cuts and stuff. That's literally how the Nate Diaz fight goes. I don't want to hear anything about, well, you know, Nate does have good submissions off his back. Maybe he'll catch him in something. No. Not happening. Nate does have good BJJ. He's got some good grappling. He can catch people's submissions. Khamzat's too big. He's too strong. He's not getting caught in submission by Nate. Well, maybe Nate can land a couple things on the feet. He literally just went through a brutal fight with a power puncher like Gilbert Burns. Nate's not hurting him on the feet with those volume strikes. Especially if it's a 3-round fight, dude. I'm sorry, he's getting smashed. So if you're into that, you know, good camp, brother, good camp. Work hard everywhere. If you're into that, then sure, I can understand why you want to see that, but I'm not particularly fond of that. I would like to see some other matchups as well. If that's the only one he wants, then maybe, but, well, let me just pause this for a second, because he had this tweet, right, where he's like, August, Nate Diaz, October, Belal Muhammad. By the way, if they want to do this, I'm more open to this idea. The reason is that then we can get 2 fights from him this year. If he has to fight Nate and they've like scheduled for like fall and then we have to wait for Khamzat to fight again next year, I'm not into that as much because why am I going to wait to the fall to see Nate Diaz get smashed? Like, just give Nate Dustin or Connor for Connor's return fight. Maybe Tony. I don't know, like somebody like that. Like, why are we going to... What is the point of this besides... The only point I can see from the UFC's perspective is if you just want to give Nate his more star power for Khamzat, and just get Nate Diaz's last fight done, have him smashed, so he'll lose negotiating power because it's the last fight for contract renewal during the negotiating period. I guess that, but I'm not big on this fight. I'm sorry, guys. Now, the Belal Muhammad fight. Let me say this, okay? I was really hoping that we would get to see Khamzat versus Colby because they were saying that they would have tried to make that. I was saying that Colby's probably not going to accept it, but if they could have made that, I mean, come on, guys. Who would not want to see that? I would have still preferred to see Khamzat defend a title against Colby, but if we can't get that circumstance, whatever, I'd love to see him fight Colby. I would have also been open to Khamzat versus Leon, maybe for the interim title, if Kamaru's injury had pushed him back. Now, obviously, we know that Kamaru versus Leon got confirmed, so obviously that's not going to happen. By the way, I'm happy that Leon got the fight, because I know there's some people who are like, yo, just skip over Leon, or Leon's going to skip. I'm glad Leon got the fight, because he should have got the fight, right? He's been trying for a long time. He got his wins. His streak is long. Give him the fight. I'm okay with this. So obviously, that's out of the picture now too. So we got the rankings. What do we got left? Colby's out of the picture. Leon's out of the picture. He just beat Burns. let's skip over Muhammad. Vicente Luque doesn't make sense because Belal just beat him. And the rest of these guys doesn't make sense. So I guess if Belal Muhammad is the last guy available, I'm okay with it. I guess it's not the worst match. It's not the worst fight in the world. By the way, let me just say this. I don't think that the Belal Muhammad fight would be an easy fight for Khamzat either. I think that Khamzat will win, but I don't think it's an easy fight for him. And also, let me say this. Belal Muhammad versus Vicente Luque, Belal's last fight, I thought that Belal had an excellent game plan for that fight. I thought he did great. I was watching that. I saw a lot of people complaining about it. Dude, that was a well-executed game plan. That was a perfect game plan to beat Vicente. And he executed it from round 1 to round 5 every minute. That was an impressive win. Maybe not the most exciting. Very, very impressive. I was very impressed by that. And here's Khamzat playing tennis, I guess. God, that was like a horrible serve. I don't know what these guys are doing. So when it comes to Khamzat versus Belal, obviously the grappling is going to be interesting because they both might neutralize it. So it might just become a stand-up fight. And it's probably going to be a 5-round fight if they make it a main event of something like a fight night, or if it's a co-main, it'll be 3 rounds, brutal matchup. I'm okay with it as long as, like, after this, it has to be a title shot. And I'm even more okay with it if they fit in the Nate Diaz fight in between. I want to see Khamzat fight as many people as possible, and I also don't want to see him eliminate all the contenders. Nate Diaz is obviously not a welterweight contender, so just make the fight. Just have them in the middle if they really need to. If Nate's okay with it as well, if he wants, just make the fight. Right? He's not eliminating another welterweight contender he could defend the title against. We get to see Khamzat fight. I'm sure there'll be a lot of good trash talk leading up to it. Dude, do it. What else do we need? Like, I'm okay with that as long as... Now, I'm not okay, like I said, if they put it later in the year. I'm not okay with that. Because then it's just like dragging it on. So, also, let me just remind people, I am on the Kamaru is either retiring this year or next year. He's not fighting until 2024, in my opinion. So, either this year, Kamaru's retiring. So, either he'll have, the Leon fight, then one more fight in December, and that's it. Or he'll have like the Leon fight, maybe one fight in December and then one fight next year. So we're running out of time for the Khamzat fight to happen as well. So I'm kind of hoping like, let's just, get it going. Kamaru versus Khamzat would be an insane fight. If they need to make Belal to make it happen, okay. If they just want to give him Nate Diaz and then give him a title shot after that, I'm okay with that because he's already beat Gilbert Burns, which was a legitimate contender, ranked above Belal. So I'm already okay with giving Khamzat a title shot. If they need to put Nate in between that, do it. Sorry about that. So, and here's the other thing. Dana White did mention that now that Khamzat is making a lot of money, he's not, fighting or wanting to fight like as crazy consistently every single week, which is funny enough, which is probably one of the reasons that UFC doesn't want to pay the fighters too much, because once you start paying guys a lot, they don't need to fight as consistently. So, but I am still happy to see that he's open to doing something like this. August that, and October, Belal Muhammad. Again, so let me just continue with the Belal fight because I got off on a tangent. With Belal Muhammad, I think the grappling is kind of neutralized, and I think it's going to be mostly a stand-up fight. And I think that Khamzat can beat him in the stand-up. I do believe that. Belal's stand-up is very, very cautious and careful. He doesn't have like a really... I don't think that his stand-up poses the same type of threat that Gilbert's does. So I think that Belal will probably just try to stand, do jab, jab, move, jab, kick, throw a takedown in when he can. I think Khamzat will just be like moving forward, trying to take Belal's head off. Because Belal can be knocked out. Vicente knocked him out, and I think Khamzat has the potential to do it as well. But the overall point is we need to get something going because, like I said, Kamaru does not have a lot of time left. Does not have a lot of time left. We cannot stall this. We need to make something happen here. So those are my thoughts on that. I'll make more update videos as we get more information on what's going on. As of right now, this is kind of all we have. So like the video if you liked it. Let me know in the comments below. Do Do you think it's going to be Nate next, Belal next? Do you think that they should just give him a title shot after Leon and Kamaru fight? Let me know your thoughts. And subscribe for more content similar to this. Catch you guys later. Peace.